We start this hour in Europe, where Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy will visit Berlin for talks with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz ahead of the Trump-Putin summit later this week. President Zelenskyy said Ukraine and its allies must work together to pressure Russia into ending its invasion, warning there are no signs Moscow is prepared to stop the war. He urged learning from past experiences to prevent deception on the part of Russia. He will first meet European leaders, followed by a virtual call with US President Donald Trump and Vice President J.D. Vance. Later, leaders from the Coalition of the Willing will discuss plans to help police any future peace deal between Moscow and Kyiv. Chancellor Merz has pledged to help Ukraine develop its own long-range missile systems free from Western restrictions. This marks Zelensky's first trip to Berlin since late May. We're now joined by Glenn Grant, who's an ex-advisor to Ukrainian Defense Minister. He joins us from Riga in Latvia. Glenn, thank you very much for joining us here on the program. What concerns do you think Zelenskyy has, Glenn, in regard to this upcoming summit? And do you think European powers are doing enough? Are they doing all that they can do to prepare Ukraine and, of course, the US President Donald Trump as well?
Well, I think Zelensky's main concern is being sold out, and that, you know, that Trump actually sides with Putin, and then puts pressure on Zelenskyy to accept a peace deal that is not favorable to Ukraine. Now, obviously, the Europeans don't want this. European leaders don't want this. But frankly, they've been so weak in the last month or so. I can't believe that Trump will take anything real from their opinions in the call that they're going to have later on today or tomorrow. So I think Zelenskyy is a very worried man at the moment.
Yes, and Glenn, obviously territorial concessions will be centre of these talks. US President Donald Trump has said that he plans to facilitate both sides ceding territory for peace. What do you think of the contrast between Ukraine's statement saying that it won't, and also Russia's given stance that it also won't? How do you see this developing? Do you see any negotiations or any path forward here?
I don't. To be honest, I don't see the reality. I don't see that there is anywhere to go for either side, because Zelenskyy is stuck that the country doesn't want to give up the land, and Putin is clearly, after the last few days of some breakthrough, Putin will clearly be thinking that he's on a roll, and he's going to get more land, so it's not worth actually stopping or giving up at the moment for him. But the problem is you just can't tell what sort of thing that Trump might actually come up with, that Putin sees as a great deal. Trump sees it as a great deal, but that it threatens Ukraine. Then we just have to see whether Zelensky's got enough strength to actually to look at Trump and say, no, we're not going to do it.
What do you think will be the outcome of this? Obviously, it's going to be a very grand occasion. The two men meeting in this huge televised event. We also see relations between Russia and the US maybe warming. Given the state of the war, which we're going to talk about in more detail in just a moment, what does America get out of warming towards Moscow?
Well, I'm not sure America gets anything out of warming towards Moscow, because, I mean, it's not. It doesn't actually need Russia's energy for start. I mean, America is an energy provider of great strength. So the only thing is this personal relationship between Putin and Trump that seems to be driving things. I mean, if Putin did not have some hold over Trump, there is no way he would go to America. Not a chance. So he obviously believes that Trump is on his side. And come on, for everything that we've seen in the last year or so, it seems that Trump is on Putin's side. So there's nothing for America in there, really. What's the outcome going to be? Your guess is as good as mine. It's almost like flipping a coin of whether Trump is going to come back and say Putin won't do anything, therefore I'm going to support Ukraine, or Putin's willing to offer this, and Ukraine, you have to give up land. I mean, it could be either or, and I think it just depends upon who Trump speaks to last before he actually goes into the meeting.
Yes, Glenn. We now move to the battlefield for more updates.